Collective, hello and welcome to your reading. This is your girl Mika Divine, spiritual guidance here to do a collective reading on what does your person tell their friends about you behind your back? Oh yeah. Yep, this is an oldie but goodie. I'm bringing it right back to you to give you all the tea on what's going on behind the scenes, what your person may not be revealing to you. So, if you are here, it doesn't matter which sign you are, there could be a message in this reading because it is a collective read today. And we also will be doing yes and no questions. That's right. So if you have a dying yes or no question, I will be glad to answer it live on this particular live. All you have to do is put hashtag Q into the chat with your yes or no question. It's absolutely free. That's right. Absolutely free. It's for the free 99. You just put hashtag Q with your question. It must be a yes or no question. Now, if you want to get a question answered guaranteed, meaning I may or may not pick you, because when people find out your girl is about to do free readings on this live, you already know it's going to be up and popping. It's going to be up and popping, up in here, up in here. So I want to let you guys know that this free reading today is for whoever I feel drawn to answering questions for. That's going to follow our collective reading on this live. And of course, we will be answering the mods that submitted questions yesterday to make up for that day that I was running short on time. So big shout out to our amazing mods for always helping and supporting the channel. You guys are a big part of what I need to handle all of the questions, all of the things that are going on in the live chat. And the more and more this channel grows, the more and more I need you guys to support. And you guys always come through and hold your girl down. And I even have some people who are not mods that still answer questions, give guidance, give hope, give positive energy. And that's what we're doing. We're building a community of support. So thank you so much, mods. And thank you to all of my subscribers. This is a beautiful gift from me to you all. And speaking of gifts, did y'all see that community post? My girl Cassandra, my goodness, Cassandra. Cassandra. Oh man, we love Miss Cassandra. Yeah, she's so sweet. So many of you guys may not know this, but I have a few beautiful souls who have donated cards, gifts, money, all kind of really sweet things to me. And I'm about to get emotional. I'm trying not to. I'm holding it together. But I would say the past few weeks have been, I would say about the past week or two have been very difficult for me. So I can't thank her. I can't thank Shay and all the other people. There was another young lady that donated $100 on the chat for my birthday. All the gifts you guys sent me for my birthday and just all of the love you guys showed the channel. I can't begin to thank you guys enough. Like I say, I come here to serve. I come here to help and to know that I'm having impact. It really means the world to me and it keeps me going. Literally, when you guys come on and I'm like, okay, I'm going to create this channel. It might be 2 people watching, only to find out that as of today, we're already at what, over 43,000 beautiful souls have subscribed. So thank you to you all. And we're still growing. So thank you. This is my gift to you to say thank you. All right, we're going to go ahead and do our collective reading portion. Following that, we'll answer the mod questions. Mods, your questions will be time-stamped. My yes and no's, I'm not going to timestamp it because there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. But mods, I will go ahead and timestamp yours for you, okay? But the paid yes and no's, I'll do that. The paid yes and no's, you will get timestamped. Well, I don't want to do that either because that's too much work. we'll just timestamp the mods question because you guys are getting a mini reading. But everybody else doing yes and no's, since you guys will be paying with Super Chat anyway, I'll just do it live. We'll figure it out. Y'all, I'm trying to make less work, okay? It's one of those days. And also YouTube has been acting wonky. YouTube has been acting a little crazy. Have you guys been experiencing some issues with YouTube the past hour or so? I know I have. All right, let me put my foot up, y'all, so I can get some. You have? Okay. Yeah, Ruth says yes. Okay, so it's not just me. It's other people too. So I was nervous about that. I said, oh Lord, I'm about to go live and all I need is YouTube to start acting crazy. And then people are not going to be able to send super chats. People are not going to be able to, enjoy the live. Will be interrupted. I was just scared of the worst. So yeah. All right. Let me prop my feet up, y'all. Just bear with me. Okay. Here we go. Let's start the reading. I got to get in a comfortable position. Got to make sure my heated blanket is on. Y'all know how I do. I want to give y'all the best reading possible today. So if I'm not grounded and I'm not comfortable, that Aries moon side's going to come out in me and I'm going to be ready to cuss and fuss. Hey, Keisha. Hey, twin gems. Hey, how y'all doing? My beautiful soul tribe folks. I love you too, Miss Keisha. Okay, let's get started, guys. We're going to timestamp the reading right here to begin our collective read portion. Now, remember, time is fluid in tarot, so these messages could resonate for your past, present, or future. Also in these readings, the roles can be reversed, so take what resonates for you and leave the rest. All right, I've already blessed the deck collective, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, I'm going to tell you guys right now, this is a collective read. I know I'm going to get somebody in the chat. Y'all watch it. Somebody's going to come on and they're going to be like, what sign we on? Collective. It's for anybody, okay? Collective read. Collective. That means anybody, everybody. All y'all. All y'all. What side we on? Not side. What side we on? Not side. Missy. All right, let's do this, guys. Here we go. Hey, Keita. Spirit, tell me about the current energies surrounding the collective and the person that the collective is currently connected to in love and romance right now in this moment. We have the Queen of Wands, the Sun, Judgment in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse and the Star in the reverse. I'm getting a lot of regret from this person. They feel like they made a bad judgment call. I think it has a lot to do with this person's, cockiness, arrogance. They really feel like whatever they did was a really bad move, a really bad decision. And I'm getting you taught this person some type of lesson. There's been some type of illumination that's been bestowed on this person as far as what they did. Yeah. And because of their behavior, there is something going on with them that's saying, you know what? I may be losing the collective for good. Yeah, I may be losing the collective for good. I shouldn't have did what I did. I shouldn't have acted so impulsively. They really want to talk to you and tell you that they're ready. They're ready to love you. Yeah, they're ready to reconcile. They know for sure you're the one that they love. Yeah. But you're making it difficult for them to come back. Can you tell me a little bit about this King of Cups energy, Spirit? Oh, King of Wands. This is a lot of kings. This is almost like pre-emperor status. So this is someone that is leveling up. Very much leveling up. It's like they are acknowledging the error of their ways. The problem is leveling up feels like it was a little bit too late for you, collective. I didn't know how much I loved you until I lost you, collective. I didn't understand that you were really something deeper than some type of superficial fling. With the Lover's card here, this tells me a lot about this person acknowledging that you may potentially be their soulmate. And the very person that they love the most and the one they want to build a life with, they let their soulmate slip through their fingers. So it's a shattered dream. I think you were everything this person wanted, but they mishandled the situation. And you gave them a lot of clarity. I'm sure you were giving them a lot of clarity about how selfish they were, how they were depleting your energy. I think you were also very upset at yourself, are probably still upset at yourself, collective, because you were trying to force this to fit, even though you knew it wasn't right. And there's still moments where I think you, collective, know like you still have some type of feelings for them, but at the same time, you know it's not healthy to go back to someone like this. So it's like teetering between clarity of truth versus heart. I really like this person, Mika, but it's just not healthy for me. Can you tell me a little bit about what this person did, Spirit? Okay, we have the World in the reverse and the Knight of Wands. I'm getting this person consistently acts very impulsive. So they may have like abruptly left, or abruptly pushed you away with some type of temper tantrum or impulsive decision that they made of some sort. And I'm getting it was very childish, it was very reckless, almost, yeah, like running away from you, like pushing you away. This person could have, like, literally, you and them could have got into some type of argument and or disagreement, and then they just left, or they just pulled their energy back. But this person is saying at the end of the day, I never really planned for the collective to be gone for good. No, I just wanted the collective to learn a lesson, to let me get my way, or, get my point across. It was something that happened where they were trying to almost get you to comply to what they were trying to get you to do. And they did this by way of abruptly leaving, disconnecting, pushing you away to send a signal. Yeah, it led to it was some big tower moment, breakup, something like that. Yeah, they ghosted you. Like I said, it's like I'm psychic or something. Yeah, this person ghosted you abruptly. When you responded in a way of holding this person accountable, for a lot of you, no contact, not chasing behind them, not begging them to stay. It was the very thing that taught this person a deeper spiritual lesson, that they've got to do better. Like, you can't push away something as beautiful as you and what you guys shared. Like I said, they see you as their soulmate. Can you tell me about this lover's energy, spirit? Yeah. Now your person's thinking about coming back to you. But this is one of those, you play the stupid games, you win dumb prizes. You play with the collective, you're going to get yourself hurt. People can only take so much pain. And I think whatever they were doing was trying to play a childish, dangerous game. And that's not okay. You're going to lose every time. So that's the current energy surrounding the situation between you and your person. You or your person could be a fire sign: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I also have Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Virgo, and fixed sign energy: Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio. So you or your person can be any of those signs or have that predominantly in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign in your chart. Okay. A lot of energy. Of course, it's a collective. Cynthia says yes. Yep. 3J says yes, he did, unfortunately. How you ghost me? That's what she said. How you gonna just ghost me like that? I know. They be tripping, y'all. Straight up tripping. All right, let's see how they feel about you and what their intentions are, and look at your side, and then we'll answer the question on what they tell their friends about you. Let's look at that. Bella said, yep, ghosted, yep. Spirit, tell me a little bit about this person's true and honest feelings for the collective who resonates with this reading right now at this moment, Spirit. We have the Page of Swords in the reverse, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. Underneath the deck, we have the Four of Cups in the reverse, and then the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So let me tell you, this is someone who is refusing to take action towards you, but they do know deep down you're somebody who makes them happy. So it's kind of like they're denying their own happiness because of fear. And I think they're doing a lot of spying. And as they spy on you, or like keep tabs on you, their biggest worry is that you're connecting to other people. According to them, you could be connecting to someone else. So the only time this person will reach out is when they feel like they're reaching that last hour, that last minute that they can possibly get you back into their life. That's when they're going to reach back out to you. But they're going to stall and they're going to watch. They're going to do a lot of watching. And that's when I think their emotions are going to intensify and they're really going to feel heartbroken because it's like, wow, I can see that the collective is doing fine without me. You know, they may be dating, they're single, they're doing their thing. So I just don't even know if like the collective wants to work things out with me anymore. I think one of the biggest issues they also have is accountability. This is someone who does not want to fight. They want a peaceful reconciliation with you if they were to reach out. But that is even risky. So it's a lot of fear and insecurity going on because they know they were wrong. Why the Fool in the reverse? Yeah, 10 of Cups. Yeah, it's risky to create this happily ever after with you considering how you feel about them now. Y'all be sure to hit the like button. It's crazy because I think this is someone who fantasizes a lot about what they want with you. But in the 3D, even now, you're not seeing the action. You're not seeing the effort. You're not seeing the desire to want to do something about it. And I think there's always been something behind the scenes in this person's energy and soul that has been pulling at you to tell you, I know they love me, Mika. I know they want to be with me. But why do they keep acting like this? It's because this person's immature. They're very immature. They're very sensitive. And they are very impulsive with how they respond to things that trigger them. So when that happens, it kind of leads to a bunch of issues. The arguments, the fights, the disagreements, the abrupt ending, the ghosting, very impulsive behaviors. And then after the fact, they sit there and sob and stress and worry and then make a return after a while. So it's very much like self-sabotaging behavior for sure, Mia. Absolutely. Hey, Janae. So let me ask this. What is this person's intentions, though, moving forward when it comes to this connection? Because they're kind of sitting back and just spying, watching, and planning. Temperance in the reverse and the Queen of Swords. They want to let you know, like, they haven't been doing well. They've been very unstable. They haven't been doing well. Ever since you've been putting this boundary up. I'm also getting for some of you guys, this person has someone else that they're having issues with. It's somebody that they would say is a baby mama, someone they have history with. For some of you guys, it's their own mother that they're living with, or it's somebody they have history with. So it can be a wife, it can be their mother, and I'm also getting like baby mother that they're with. And they're struggling with this Empress. And that's why they want to talk to you and say, I've been suffering without you. I've been thrown off. I've had enough of this. But then they're also kind of like feeling off with you, with your boundary. Yeah, and they're also feeling like you're getting away with the Seven of Swords. Yeah, you're getting away with manifesting more for your life without them. It's quite crazy because they see you as somebody that's doing so much better without them. Like, I'm hearing you're making money moves, you're making abundant moves while they're over here suffering with this Empress. Yeah, look at that. Ten of Wands. Like I said, suffering. When I clarified what they're suffering about, I think it's just been a lot of responsibility that this Empress has been putting on your person. And they don't like responsibility, they don't like accountability. But when you're connecting to someone of a high vibration frequency and you're operating out of a night energy, then that is problematic for you. You know, I don't know what to tell your person, but you can't connect to high vibing people and expect to just sit around and be lazy and not pull your weight in the relationship. So, yeah, they intend to talk to you about something. Let's see, what do they want to say? They want to say that they want to take charge of the situation because they're tired of waiting. They're tired of waiting on you. They want you to drop your guard. Yeah. After a while, they're going to get tired of waiting, and I think they're going to reach out to you because you seem very guarded. You seem very protected. You seem very closed off. And that energy is kind of sending a very powerful message to this person that you're protecting your peace. And like I say, they see you as a very powerful being, getting away with manifesting more for yourself without them. And that bothers them too. That does. Hey, Miss Nolan. All right. So let's see. Let's look at your side, collective. Let's see, how do you feel? Y'all get ready. Soon we'll be going and doing our questions live. So hang tight. Hope you guys like it here. Free questions today. Free yes or no questions. So stay on the live and get ready to ask your free yes or no questions soon. Tell me about the collective that resonates with this reading. How do they feel about their person right now in this moment, Spirit? Nine of Swords in the reverse. Seven of Cups in the reverse. And Judgment. Underneath the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse and the Queen of Wands. You're dead serious. You're dead serious with not moving forward in this relationship. I'm hearing you say, I see clearly now. The rain is gone. I see all obstacles in my way. So you feel like this person has clouded your judgment and they were a major obstacle for you getting to the right type of connection you want to manifest in your life. And because of this, you've decided to stand firm on your boundary. Many of you guys are exuding a lot of power and confidence in your decisions moving forward, something that this person has never seen. And I think you even surprise yourself with how strong and resilient you really are. But whatever you're going through, it's not easy. I feel like you are someone who is very scared to let this go, but I also feel like you have no choice. Very similar to what we said in the first spread. You still even kind of second guess yourself, but you just know you got to separate from a failed relationship that had no solid foundation. Yeah, your fantasy of what this could be is gone. I'm hearing a lot of you guys saw yourself with this person, getting married, having the white picket fence, the family, the kids. Y'all know what I'm saying. You just saw a future. You saw the potential. But this person wasn't meeting you halfway. And a relationship can't be built by one man or one woman. It has to be done through unity and teamwork and support. So with the Seven of Cups in the reverse, thank you so much, Frankie, for the $19.99. You're so sweet. Thank you, girl. So with the Seven of Cups in the reverse, to the Hermit in the reverse, to the Two of Pentacles, you're no longer questioning your own judgment. You know, I feel like a lot of you guys, like it's like you may have decided to pull back, and you're like, did I make the right choice? Did I do the right thing? Well, yeah, I did make the right choice. I did, because this person is trash, and I got to take the trash out. I got to do, but I still like them, you know? But no, no, no. So this is what we're going through, right? It's like, ah. But you're divinely protected. And you know why you're protected? Because you're not engaging with toxic. You're not engaging with low vibrational energy. You're protecting your peace and your sanity. Because when you deal with someone like this, you're talking about somebody that has the mentality of a teenager or a child. They throw temper tantrums, they make you go crazy, they make you second guess your own sanity. It's so much to where you even begin to question, is the sky blue? Because this person told me that it's green. You know, they will argue you up and down. They'll defend their point to the end, and they just come up with the dumbest stuff, and you're like, what? And it's not until you sit back and you begin to connect the dots, collective, until you realize, this ain't it. This is not it. So whoever I'm channeling and picking up energy for, you've been through a lot with this person. And I feel like it's still, as I call it, the residue. And you're still navigating through learning how much power and strength you actually do have. Yeah. You have a lot of power and strength. So I feel like at the end of the day, you're still heartbroken. You're still healing. You're still going through things. You're still in your feels. But what you're doing is you're allowing yourself to give yourself grace. And it's a journey. It's a process. It's a process, right? It's not like, oh, I can just bounce back after this. Absolutely not. Remember, you and this person have a deep spiritual contract. This person feels it, you feel it, and it's hard to break. It's like a deep soul tie. And some people may say you have shared multiple lifetimes with this person, or if you want to talk about the twin flame journey, some people are into all of that. If you get into the spiritual talk, but I'm talking about divinely orchestrated interaction. It was destined to teach you something greater about yourself and about what you deserve. Not settling. And I think a lot of you guys have passed the test, are getting there. Still a little temptation. So let's see what you intend to do next. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button. We doing free readings on this live today, y'all. What y'all doing? Hit the like button. What y'all doing? We're about to do some free readings today. Y'all sleeping on the like button. Come on now. Okay, let's do it. Spirit, tell me about the collective's intentions moving forward. We have the Page of Swords in the reverse and the Six of Cups in the reverse. Underneath the deck, we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse. I'm hearing you say, I'm going to stop lying to myself. I'm going to have an honest discussion about what I went through with self. And what I went through was painful, was hard, and it was very, very real. But I forgive myself. I can't change the past. I can't change this person. But I'm going to set myself free. I'm not going to second guess myself anymore. I'm not going to beg this person to be something they're not. I'm going to get out of my own way because let's face it, collective. God has blessed us to have free will. So you could have left at any time. With the Eight of Swords, the woman in the card has a blindfold on. And all she has to do is take the blindfold off to see clearly. But she's surrounded by all these swords and feels like she's trapped. To me, these swords represent all the different things this person was telling you that you were holding on to. The false promises. The many times they were going to say they were going to change. And you held on to that closely to your chest because you believed in this person. But you were so blind. You were so blind, you weren't willing to really see the truth. That this person was going to take all these different swords and stab them in your back. So now that a lot of you guys see it for what it is, that this person came in for a fun time, not a long time, that this isn't your forever person, that's what you're starting to open up to perspective to, you're about to experience a completely different life. You are now equipped with the information and the tools to know the red flags when they appear with your next. But you also been taught a very powerful spiritual lesson of putting a firm boundary in place, of demanding respect. Don't lose yourself, your identity, your self-respect, and your standards for anybody. Many of you guys did that. And you felt trapped. Like you couldn't set yourself free. When all you had to do was take those bonds on your hands, rip them off, take your hands, take that blindfold off to see the truth, look that fool in the eye and say, "Not today, Satan. Block. Block. Not today, Satan. I see it now. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Block." And what you have done, we saw with the high priestess, you've created a realm of protection. That even time when this person penetrates and they try to come through and they try to get you, they try to tempt you like the devil, temptation, 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 temptation. You are choosing to fight back. Fight back that urge to not revert back to the false promises, all the things that person told you they were going to do versus what you actually see is the truth. So I applaud you, collective, whoever I'm channeling in this reading, which it looks like it's just about everybody tonight, that you have identified what it means to be divine. You leveled up. You leveled up. So yeah, you're definitely doing the right thing by seeing things for what they are, the facts. And that's a good thing. All right, so let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get to the actual question of the title of this video. And that is, what is your person telling their friends and family about you? So now that you have pulled your energy back, collective, let's see what they're telling their friends and family about you. Hey, Niquay. Hey, When Love Heals. Let's see. So, Spirit, reshuffle. Some of y'all getting nervous. Some of y'all getting nervous. Don't be sweating. Hey, Star Angel Tarot. How you doing, girl? Hey, Draw It. Spirit, tell me a little bit about this person connected to the collective. What are they telling their friends and family right now in this moment about the collective since the collective's been gone? What have they been saying? We have the Four of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords. Underneath the deck, we got the Two of Cups in the reverse and the Two of Wands in the reverse. Who does the collective think they are? Why are they, I don't know why they're acting like this. Like they don't want to talk to me. They trying to act like they're big and bad. Okay, okay. I see what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're just, the collective just being stubborn. That's all. They just being stubborn. I mean, we're on a break right now. We're gonna get it together, you know. We wouldn't be in this if it wasn't for the collective acting like this. I've been trying to call the collective. I've been trying to reach out to the collective, but they acting like they don't want to talk to me. That's fine. That's fine. What is this? Four of Pentacles, Chariot, Nine of Cups. Yeah, they're holding back from me, acting like they're just fine by themselves, like they don't want to deal with me. They're lying. Yeah, they're lying. They're all talk. They're all talk. They're playing games. They're, you know, the collective really ain't about that life. The collective ain't really about that life. They just playing games. They bluffing. Yeah, they're ignoring me. They're acting like they're over it, but like they're just doing fine. But again, we're just on a break. We're just on a break right now. Yeah. The collective's trying to say they want to be single and all that kind of stuff. But I know they're suffering in silence. I know they miss me. They're lying. They're bluffing. I don't know why they putting on the front. They're lying. You know, eventually the collective's going to unblock me. It'll happen eventually. I'm just going to, step back, let them cool off just a little bit. She'll be all right. He'll be all right. The collective will be all right. See? I know they can't resist me. See? I bet they're going to hit up my line eventually. They're going to be rushing towards me. I just got to wait. I just got to wait because the collective's a little upset at me, but what else? What else? Yeah, they really fighting an internal battle, trying to tame the beast, man. Like, I don't know who they trying to like make it seem like they so high and mighty. But again, we on a break. I don't know why they act like that. Okay. Y'all tell me if that makes sense. Does that sound like, let's see what you're saying about your person. Let's do that. Because if I get y'all, we got to get them. So let's look at you and then we're going to start our readings. Dear old Bumblebee says, yeah, he literally called me stubborn. When Love Hill says, I'm dying, actually laughing out loud. Sound like your person, don't it? It's the truth. That's what I'm getting. All right, here we go. Spirit, tell me about the collective. What is the collective saying about this person to their friends and their family? We got to look at both sides, y'all. Because I know y'all talk a noise too. Let's see. Okay, we have the Three of Cups in the reverse. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. And the Five of Pentacles. Let me tell y'all, I already know this person of mine is gossiping about me, spreading rumors about me, talking about I abandoned them, left them out in the cold. But they can't get mad because of how they treated me. So good, they need to suffer. They need to suffer. But I know they talking about me. That's what you're saying, collective. Yeah, and they probably wanted to go out and talk to someone else anyway. Explore their options. That's probably why they pulled their energy back. My person's a hoe anyway, girl. You know how they are. That's what you telling your friends. He a hoe anyway. He for the streets. So he probably out here talking to these other hoes and spreading my business, talking, making it seem like I was the problem. You know, this person just doesn't want to change. I really feel like they're happy being toxic. So they're just toxic. Like, you may even tell your friends and family collective that this person just never changes. They keep doing dumb stuff and winning dumb prizes. But they're going to just sit up here and try to say that I blame them. I mean, I abandoned them. They're going to sit up here and try to talk about me behind my back and say I abandoned them. How dare they do that? But they'll be back. I already know how they do. They'll be back. They'll be coming in like the knight in shining armor. I already know how this goes, girl. Sound like y'all. But I don't want them. What they don't know is I don't want them. Because every time it makes me, this person really frustrates me and disappoints me every single time. So ultimately, it looks like your person is basically blaming you as to why you guys broke up. And you're speculating why they may have pulled their energy back and not reached out to you or pursued you all this time. That's kind of what's happening here. All right, well, let me know if it resonates. That's a trip. Okay, all right. Let's get some advice from Spirit, and then we're going to start our reading for our mods. So what advice do we have for the collective spirit if this is their story moving forward with this situation? We have the Two of Cups in the reverse, the Ace of Pentacles. Continue to stay away from this person and manifest better for yourself. Yeah, this is a experience that you were supposed to learn, a very powerful lesson. And I think deep down, you know you need to keep them blocked, okay? Yeah. I think you know at the end of the day, like, it won't lead to any type of real success for you. You won't benefit. It's like looking at the situation from a lens of, well, what do I get out of the deal? Not much. You're going to basically not get much out of the deal. So I think there's something very significant about really looking at it for what it is. They were probably benefiting more than you. And that's why they definitely want to come back. But is it worth it in the end? The answer is no. And that's what I said. And I had a lot of people on my little short, and I was talking about how relationships are transactional. And to clarify, what I was saying was, we don't connect to anybody without receiving something in return, whether it's support, moral support, whether it's love, whether it's companionship, whether if it's a place to stay. You know, sometimes it's actual things, but sometimes it's just support. You know, we get something out of relationships. Relationships have purpose in our lives. If you think about every friend you have, a particular friend may be a good friend that's a confidant. You can talk to that friend, but the next one you can't talk to them, but they're good with going out. You know, they know how to have a good time with you. Then you got another friend over here that's really great with, I don't know, creating events, you know, so you have a big birthday bash you're planning and they're the person you would call for that. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not saying transactional, like you got to be with a person and they got to give you money and all that. That's not what I'm talking about. Y'all remedial folks that be in the comments, y'all need to go back and really watch the videos. Like I said, it's always reciprocity that occurs. You can't be in a one-sided connection. If you're in one-sided, it's doomed. It's going to fail because one person is not getting anything out of it. So they're going to be like, why am I here? Why am I here? I'm not getting my cup filled. I'm not getting what I need. So why am I here? If I'm depleted, then I don't need to be here. And that's what I'm saying. And I feel like Spirit is reinforcing what I've been preaching to y'all about transactional relationships, reciprocity, in other words, where you have to look at it as, is it worth it? No. The answer is no. Absolutely not. So you're learning about what karmic cycles really look like. Don't fall yourself into another trap of another karmic cycle. This was a very powerful lesson. And I think some people watching, you're going to be tempted. You're going to sit up here, watch all my videos, book your personal readings. I look at your unique situation. And we talk through it and we work through it and you're all empowered. And then that person reaches out to you that one time and then dang, you're wrapped right back into the loop of that same cycle that you were just running from and they don't change. So this is where you, collective, have to be very aware of what is really happening. Who is this person? Not what I want them to be, not what I see them becoming, not what I saw the first couple weeks or the first month. It's what I know they are. And based on who they are and what they are, I get to choose if I want to experience that. without the expectations of changing that man or that woman. Y'all got to stop wanting to change people. You can't change anybody. You can't. God gave us all free will. So if that man or woman doesn't want to commit to you, they will never commit to you. If they want to be a cheater and a liar and deceiver, they're going to be that. But if they're going to be a good man or a good woman, then they're going to be that. Period. And that's what Spirit is saying here. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, that's the lesson that was occurring in this experience. As much as you're like, I went through that. Let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. They showed you. And guilty, I've been there, where you see it, but you want to just turn a blind eye because you want to believe their lies. You want to believe in the hope. You want to believe in the dream. You got to just look at it for face value. So that's what I got for y'all. We're going to stop the reading right there. Let me know if it resonates. And I hope it helps somebody today. That's always my goal. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start mini reads. And then we're going to get to our yes and no questions. I have 4 mods that submitted questions for me to read for tonight. And again, mods, I'm going to make sure your readings are in fact time-stamped so you guys can watch it live or later, because I don't think everybody's here anyway. So we're going to make sure your reading is available to you. And first, we're going to start off with Aries man. Ms. Nolan says, on point as always, Mika. Wow. Thank you, Ms. Nolan. I appreciate it. That's right, Susan. Susan says, no loyalty, no love. No confidentiality, no consistency, nothing being received on my behalf to benefit me. I choose to leave him. Was tired of him being a cheater, liar, deceiver, and a thief. What are you benefiting, collective? Susan said it all. That's exactly what I'm saying. What are you benefiting with someone that's lying, deceiving, cheating, and treating you like crap? You're not benefiting from that. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Okay, Aries man. Yes. There's no point of being in a relationship and you still feel like you're in it alone. When that happens, then you know it's definitely one-sided. You got to have 2 people putting in work and trying to work together. So really take heed, y'all, of the message. It's like, it's really simple, but some of us, we try to force stuff to fit, and you just can't do that. It's very unhealthy, and it's going to break you down mentally, spiritually, financially, because you're not equally yoked. It's in the word, you're not equally yoked, and you're forcing it to fit. And that's not a good thing. Okay, here we go. Aries man, we're going to start your reading here. Aries man wants to know what's good coming to you in March 2026. Okay. What is coming towards Aries man? The good stuff coming towards Aries man 2501 in March 2026. We have the moon and the Page of Cups. So you're going to have a lot of desire, I guess, to want to put yourself out there and date again. But unfortunately, in the month of March, you're not necessarily going to find yourself connecting to a solid partner yet. I think it's because deep down, even though you have that desire and that fantasy of fantasizing your future partner, you still have this desire to want to be alone. So it's like fear holding you back. So if you desire love, go all the way. Don't pull back. Don't make things difficult, because you can push somebody away that's actually really wanting you. Okay. So that's good. You may have a love offer, but be careful. You don't push them away. All right, Kita Boo, you're next. You still here? Kita Boo. Okay, I think she's working. All right, Kita Boo wants to know, I would love to know about love. Do I see love coming towards you? Okay, let's see. Spirit, will Kita Boo have love coming towards her soon? We have the Sun and the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. I think you're going to really kind of focus on taking a break from love and really work on your self-improvement and making yourself happy. I think there's a lot of deep-seated wounds and pain associated with your love life that you're still navigating through and working through at this time. And so right now, I think that's going to be kind of put on hold for just a little bit, Kita. Yeah, because you feel, abandoned, you feel neglected by the past person. You just feel like in the dumps. And so I can definitely see you putting a lot of work on getting yourself more stabilized and getting your confidence up. But it's okay because it's a moment of just rest, rejuvenation. But after that, what can she expect? Four of Swords and Five of Wands. Okay. You're going to try to fight that desire and say, you know what, enough is enough. I'm gonna get off my rump and I'm gonna just go out there, and you'll start dating again. Okay. And there you go. You'll start dating again. Like I said, Knight of Cups. But don't go into dating discouraged and thinking the worst. I want you to go into dating thinking more optimistically about what can happen, because thoughts become things. And when you're thinking very negatively about what you're trying to manifest, then you're kind of blocking your blessings. So good luck to you, Miss Kita. I hope that helps. Cindy. Thank you for submitting a question, but I forgot Miss Cindy is not a mod. I don't know why I put her on the list, y'all. I'm tripping. T Rose is next. But again, Cindy, I know you watch me and you want to get a question asked. I'm still waiting on that personal that you got to book with me. All right. So as I'm doing T Rose, she's the last mod I'm going to do a reading for real quick. So if everybody else wants to participate in the free question, you do hashtag Q into the chat with your question. That's the instructions right there. All right. You're welcome, T Rose. If you want to get a guaranteed question asked, you do have to submit a super chat of $9.99 or more, and I'll answer your question guaranteed. If you don't submit a super chat, it's only going to be the questions that I feel drawn to. They must be yes or no questions, and you must put hashtag Q in front of your question so I know you're asking a question. I just feel like it'll kind of draw me to it a little bit better. So I don't have to pay attention to all the noise in the chat, okay? All right, let's do this, T Rose. You want to know what do you need to know for the rest of February? And you said, thank you, Mika. Appreciate you and all you do for your subscribers and mods. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. What does T Rose need to know for the rest of February 2026, Spirit? What does T Rose need to know for the rest of February 2026? We have the Three of Wands and the Five of Wands. Underneath the deck, we have the Star in the reverse and the Five of Swords. It's almost like you are having some issues with someone and you're preparing for things to get worse before they get better. So this could be somebody that could be at a distance from you, or somebody that you are just having some issues with right now in your life. And you're kind of like sitting back and saying, in a matter of time, I know this person is going to come up and give me some more issues. And if you're waiting on this person, I think you're also being disappointed because you're also frustrated that they're not making the effort to try to fix things with you as well, I'm getting. So it's like you're like, I don't think we're going to make any progress. Yeah. I think the fight is centering around fairness. Whoever this person is, T Rose, you're upset because you feel like they're not being fair to you. And it's like you already know this is someone very difficult to deal with because they're very selfish and self-serving, and you need this person to contribute more or be there more. And you just kind of feel like, when am I going to get that? You know? Yeah. So the more you wait, the more you begin to learn more about who this person really is. And of course, things are just not changing. In fact, they just seem to be just kind of making you feel, like you said, stuck in this really bad karmic loop of unfairness. Yeah. And it's making you kind of sad. It's making you kind of sad because you really want to see the results and you're just not getting it. Yeah. Yep. So it's discouraging. So that's what I have for you. Your person could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, or an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay. All right. So now, if you have a question, all you got to do is put hashtag Q in the chat. Keep the questions flowing because I'm not going to scroll up. I'm just going to pick a question right now. I'm going to just pick a question I feel drawn to. So go ahead and just roll it in the chat. And I'm going to pick someone. I'm only going to pick a few. And then the ones that have a question you want answered, guarantee it's $9.99 super chat. All right, so let's get started. Let's see. All right, let's pick Star Angel Tarot. Star Angel Tarot. You want to know, do I see things improving in your situation now? Star Angel Tarot Spirit. Star Angel Tarot. Will things improve in her situation now? We have the Tower in the reverse and the Queen of Cups. I don't necessarily see it improving. If this is dealing with like a love situation, I feel like there's some stagnancy with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's a blockage with manifesting the type of change or the type of outcomes that you want to see, Strange Star Tarot. So I just kind of see like a being very stuck. Yeah, and it's a very stressful situation because I feel like whatever you're experiencing right now is something that is very near and dear to your heart. So like I say, it can be like a love situation, but it's going to continue to stress you if you're not careful. So you're going to have to probably consider all the facts and then make a decision based on the facts. All right, good luck to you. Let me know if it resonates. All right, we're going to go to someone else. We got Rhonda K. Rhonda K, 5911. Rhonda K. Rhonda K wants to know, will I move this year with stability? All right. Will Rhonda K move this year with stability? We have the Three of Wands in the reverse and the Nine of Wands. You have some obstacles that you're facing right now. And I think it's because, you've been put through a lot of spiritual tests, Rhonda K. And so I think there's something very significant about you needing to really focus on what makes you happy. I think you have an idea of what that would be, but where you are now is not your destination, but it is something that I think you're kind of conjuring up something new. You just have to put it into practice, because right now it's kind of like you're not dreaming big enough, or you're not making enough moves, so you feel very stagnant and stuck with what you're going through. Tell me about this Nine of Wands. Rhonda K says yes. Strange Angel Tarot says yes, her reading did resonate. Awesome. Yeah. I think it's because you're indecisive. Like, you just need to make a definite decision to go one direction and follow through, Rhonda K, for it to work, okay? All right, good luck to you. All right, next person. Let's see who else we got. Come on, y'all. Y'all not taking advantage of this free reading? It's free. Hashtag Q in the chat. Hashtag Q with your question. Yes or no questions. And y'all got to keep them coming. I'm not scrolling up. You're welcome, hon. You're welcome. Y'all be sure to hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Welcome. All right. Y'all don't have no more questions? What y'all doing? Okay. Mia Bella wants to know, will I have a new love connection in March 2026? All right, Spirit. Will Mia Bella have a new love connection in March 2026? We have the Three of Cups in the reverse and the Nine of Pentacles. No, I think you're going to just kind of want to spend some time alone to work on, your security, your stability, improving yourself, because you're still kind of detaching from a very toxic person, or person that you were dealing with. And I think you're just kind of navigating through creating your own sense of normacy amongst yourself. So I don't think it's quite time yet. And you would agree. You will probably say, I'm not really ready for no relationship right now. I'm not really ready. Yeah, you just want to spend time alone. Yeah. I think you want you want love, but I don't know if March is the perfect timing considering where you are. You're very welcome. All right. I just see the same people asking questions that I've already answered. Y'all, the rest of y'all don't want no questions today. All right, we have Jada J. Jada J 12378 wants to know, will my finances improve? Jada J. Will Jada J's finances improve, Spirit? We have the High Priestess in the reverse and the Three of Wands. Underneath the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Temperance in reverse. You got to change your habits. I really feel like right now, Jada J, you don't have a practical plan. So I think you really need to look into some type of financial literacy and ways that you can pay off debts, how to save, how to budget, how to do things a little bit better. Because right now, I think there is this misunderstanding that things are just going to happen, but you got to make practical moves with seeing the changes. And it's definitely feeling like there's a lot of things right now with your finances that make you feel very uneasy. So yeah, you keep going back to the same type of habits that's probably affecting you on a deeper level. So we gotta provoke change to see the growth. All right. Good luck to you, boo. I hope that helps. And I recommend Dave Ramsey. I don't know if you've heard of Dave Ramsey. He's a great financial guru. I've used his program and it's helped me definitely get out of debt and stay out of debt and build, stability, legacy, and wealth. So great resource if you're interested in looking into that. You're very welcome. All right. Okay, now we talking. Now you guys are awake. Here we go. More questions in the chat. #Q if you have a question. With your question, I'm only going to pick the people I feel drawn to on this live. If you want a guaranteed question, it's $9.99 chat. #Q in front of your question. Okay. Alexia Burchett wants to know, am I in a new love connection? Okay. All right. Tell me about Alexia Burchett, 3320, Spirit. Is she in a new love connection right now? What is the current energy surrounding her love life? We have the Lovers in the reverse and the Ten of Cups. No, I think you are wanting love, but someone in the situation is scared to commit, either you or the person that you're talking to. I think that this is honestly just kind of like something that's passion more than love. So I feel like right now it's not going to have long-term effects. This may just be something that's temporarily. Yeah. Eventually, I think you're going to begin to notice like the fantasy of what it's going to become is exactly that instead of what it actually is or what it feels like. Yeah, with Two of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles. That's not a good combination. I don't want to get into that. All right, so good luck to you, boo. I hope that helps. I say if you are talking to someone, pay attention to the red flags. Don't ignore them. Pay attention to the red flags. You're welcome, Alexia. All right, next person we're going to pick is Tribe of Judah. Tribe of Judah 8631. Okay, Spirit, tell me about Tribe of Judah 8631. Tell me about their connection with Brandon. Will Brandon commit to Tribe of Judah 8631? You're welcome. We have the Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So I don't know if you and this Brandon person have history. I feel like there's definitely been an off and on type of relationship you guys share. If it hasn't been off and on, it will lead to that. And this is someone that's going to potentially be very timid and very scared to fully invest in this. And whatever they do to kind of self-sabotage this, they're going to regret it later with the Seven of Swords in reverse, that they kind of moved away from this and kind of want to come back. So this is someone that will definitely probably do something to push you away or self-sabotage the connection, Tribe of Judah, but want to come back. Can you tell me why they will want to come back? Because it's in their benefit. So be careful that you do not end up giving more to this person than what they give to you. Something very significant in the benefits of what they get out of being with you. Yeah. And I also believe with you showing up as a Queen of Wands, be careful if this person has someone else, okay? I'm not saying they do, but they may potentially end up having someone else, especially with the Three of Cups coming here. Yeah. Yeah. And that may be the thing that they kind of run off to, and then that doesn't work out, and then they come back, something like that. All right. If that's not what already happened or will happen, time is fluid in tarot. All right. That's what I have for you. Let me know if it resonates. Hey, Cassandra. All right, Coco B14. Hey. So Coco wants to know, will I travel with my new love to Europe this year? All right, Spirit, will Coco travel to Europe with her new love this year? We have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. And the Queen of Cups in the reverse. And the World in reverse. Underneath the deck, the Four of Swords. I'm getting maybe. And the reason why I'm saying maybe is because this person is not sure if they can deliver on that, or you or somebody is kind of stressed out about the idea of that. And I think it has something to do with not wanting to disappoint. Why am I getting all this stressed energy? Four of Swords in reverse again. Okay. Yeah, I feel like somebody's bluffing. So I don't know if you guys talked about this already, Coco, or will be talking about it, and then they'll say, yeah, let's do it. But there's something there that they're stressed about, or, I think if you guys have talked about it, it's something that I don't know if they can deliver it. So you just may need to tell your man, let's have an honest conversation. Don't tell me something to make it sound good and put all that pressure on yourself and you can't deliver it. You can't deliver on the promise or whatever. So I hope that makes sense. I don't know if he's like a people pleaser or someone that just doesn't want to let you down, and he may say, yeah, and then realize he may have bit off more than he can chew. For whatever reason, I don't know. I will have to do a full reading to see what all that's about, but there's definitely a little bit of maybe. It's just a maybe answer there, Coco. All right, let me know if it resonates. Aries man, we already did your questions. I'm going to timestamp all the mods. We did y'all's before we did this free yes and no question session. So you can come back later and check it out. All right, let's see. Let's pick somebody else. Coco said, we talked, makes sense. Thank you, Mika. Okay, yeah. So I'm not saying no, but I think he's very stressed out about it. Like, oh, I want to really impress her, but I'm scared to let her know, like, I don't know if I can do that. All right, next person. We're going to do Romaine Roberts. Romaine Roberts. You asked, he is 17 years younger. Romaine Roberts, 17 years. 17 years younger. Is this a love connection? All right. So let me tell you about 17 years. That's a big age gap, boo. That's a big age gap. And I say this, if it's not within 10 years, you guys may not really relate with each other. If you guys are not within a 10-year window. So for example, I'm 40. I don't need to date any man over 50. Totally different generations, totally different mindset, totally different things they're into that I can't, that's not relatable to them. And if I'm a woman and I'm younger dating a real older man, then to that man, I am a toy. They're not going to take me seriously. They're going to see me as like fun, youthful, or arm candy or trophy wife or just somebody to play with, but they're not going to take me seriously because we're not relatable. Vice versa, if you're a lady and you're older dating somebody out of that 10-year age range, then you're looked at as a sugar mama. So if a young guy is dating you, ladies, and they're 10 years and younger, let alone most women don't need to date a younger man anyway, because most men are naturally a little bit more immature than women. That's biologically. I don't want to have to block you in the comments. Hear me. Women operate biologically more mature than men. And so for a woman to date a man younger, and in most cases, it just won't work. Especially when you're talking about 17 years. So he would look at you as a meal ticket, somebody to be a mother. You're like a mother figure to him. So are you going to cook for me? Are you going to clean for me? Are you going to let me move in with you? Are you going to pay for dates? Are you going to do the things? Because when a man is young and they're looking for an older woman, they're looking for a woman to take care of them or a woman to like mooch off or finesse. Seriously, seriously, that's it. 17 years, that's what he's looking for. Now, if he's about within 5 years younger, that's somewhat okay. But if you are within middle age and older, meaning you have to be at least 30, 35, 30, 40, they have to be within that range, because a man that's 25 and younger, they're not ready to settle down. A man that's 25 and younger are not ready to settle down. So young ladies, watch me. I don't know if I have little 20-something-year-olds on here. If you're a 20-something-year-old and you're trying to find your husband, you need to look for a man that's above the age of 25. Because mentality is at that age, most men are about their paper. So before they turn 25, they're focused on getting their life together to make money. Because for a man, money is power. Money is everything. So if they're not having stability in their life, then they don't feel like that they can really serve their woman, or they can't really bring anything to the table to be a stable husband. So they're not going to be ready for that. And for a woman, you're going to say, well, I don't care about the money. But for a man, that means everything. To them, to feel more like a man, they feel like they got to be able to protect you and provide for you. Even if they love you, if they don't feel secure and they don't feel like they have that to give you, then in most cases, they're not going to want to settle down. So that 17 years that you're asking about, Romaine Roberts, that's a big age gap, boo. Are you still here? Because I'm about to answer your question using tarot. She probably done clicked off by now. So your question was, is this a love connection? Oh, you're here. Okay. All right. So is this a love connection between Miss Romaine and her person that's 17 years younger, the person on her mind? 7 of Cups in the reverse and the 10 of Wands. The answer is no. I feel like this is somebody that's going to be a lot of responsibility. That's what Spirit is saying, that you're going to have to carry. And eventually you'll see this. You may not see it now, but you're going to see that this person's going to be dead weight. And it's going to lead to a lot of fights and arguments because, again, they're not as established. And as a man, they can't really do much for you because they're not at your level. As much as they talk a good game, really, like, as a woman, we want to feel protected and we want to feel like our man has us. And this person you're talking about is going to be dead weight. They're not going to really do nothing except for please you sexually. That's all they're going to be able to do for you and keep you company. But a woman needs more than that. That's it. All right. So that's what I have for you, boo. Just something to think about. I hope that helps, kind of like with as far as dating, what to look for. Yes, ma'am. And that's another thing. Thank you, Aries, man, for bringing, and that demasculates a man as well. I was going to say that too. So like when a woman is doing better than a man, have more money than a man, or you're way more mature than a man, it makes a man feel inferior and it makes a man feel like they're less of a man. And that will make a man want to cheat. Like when you start telling that man, hey, I need you to do this. I need you to do that. I need you to step, like they feel like you're trying to be a mom, but you really are. If you're 17 years, it's going to make him feel small. And that's going to make him resent you. And it's going to make him want to leave. And a man has to feel like they are the lead, you know, because it's masculine energy. Even if you are doing better than your person, like a woman's role is you have to be able to submit to your man. And that's what I'm saying. Like you can't submit to a man that's, you know, a grown boy. There's no way. And I'm not talking about number. I'm also talking about real maturity. So some of you ladies, you guys will be with a man that's maybe even older than you, but their mentality is very immature. They ain't got their life together. They ain't got a pot to piss in. But you talking about, it's okay, you can come live with me. You know, I'm going to pay for the dates. I got you what you need. That man ain't going to respect you. He going to cheat on you and lie to you because you're making him feel less than a man. So that's why you should never, ever, ladies, never give a man money. Never take care of a man. Never tell a man how to be. You need to just watch and decide if it's a good fit for you. That's it. And let a man be a man. And every time they do something nice, I love you. Thank you, baby. Even if it's the littlest things, you got to love it. You got to love it. That's what a feminine energy receives. Even when we're talking about sexual, a woman receives and a man gives. When we're talking about proposal, a man gives and a woman receives. Yes, yes. You see what I'm saying? All right, here we go. We're going to pick somebody else. It's all divinely orchestrated to work that way, but y'all be flipping the roles and y'all be trying to be the man in a relationship. And that's a recipe for disaster. Don't do it. And I've had a client that I had a video call with a few months ago. And I told her, I said, ma'am, your energy is way too masculine. You're going to have to pipe that down or you're never going to find a good man because a man is going to feel like you're demasculating them. And she said, I ain't changing. And I said, okay, well, I don't know what to tell you because it's not going to work for a man. Like, I don't care who they don't like that. They don't like a woman bossing them, telling them what to do and you better and, you know, all that. Nah. That ain't your match. If you got to do all that, ladies, that ain't your person. They beneath you. You need somebody, you need to go up higher level man. You need a higher level man. If you got to tell him how to be a man. You're not raising a man. You're not taking care of, absolutely not. You're not taking care of a man. You're not giving a man money. You're not letting him live with you. You're not paying for no dates when you meeting them. You just showing up and being pretty and smile and say thank you. Feminine energy. I really need to do my feminine and divine masculine series. I really need to, because I mean, y'all, I can't begin to tell you the type of clients and stories. I just be like this. Even like on the live, some of y'all, I just be like, okay. All right, let's do this. We're going to pick somebody else. TMKC, I got you, boo. I got you. TMKC. I like the emojis. TMKC. I can't tell you what's okay. It's yes or no questions only, TMKC. So what I'm going to ask Spirit is, will you have love show up for you soon? Okay. So yes or no questions only. I love the spam. I love it. Spirit, will TMKC attract a new love offer soon? Five of Wands in the reverse and the Emperor in the reverse. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups in the reverse. You're scared. You're terrified. You feel like love is a battlefield. No matter who you try to be with, it's going to probably fail. And it's because every time you meet someone new, you're definitely putting it in the mindset of, well, what if they hurt me? What if they do something, to, hurt me like my past person? Exactly. You are very scared. I see it right here. So that is a blockage for you. You got to have to work through. And what that means is you have to go in with a clean slate. So say if you are putting yourself out there, TMKC, give that person a clean bill of health, meaning don't judge them, don't overthink it. You just get information. Just talk, friendly. Hey, what you doing? Talk. And you get information. You hear it, you see the actions, and that's it. Time will reveal all. But it takes time. But what you may have done in your past relationships, and this is for a lot of us, including me, I'm going to call myself out. Back in the day, before I went on my spiritual walk and did the right thing, got my life together. Sometimes as women, what we do, ladies, is you really like a guy because of what they say and how they make you feel. But their actions tell you something else. And so with that, you got to be able to recognize your behavior patterns and what led to selecting the wrong partners. And in a lot of cases, let's be honest, ladies, it's because we wanted to let the red flag slide instead of saying, not good. Red flag, flag on the play. Absolutely not. Time to go. Time to get my purse. Time to get my purse. I can't get my purse, y'all, because my charger's in the other room. But you get what I'm saying. So that's what it is. Yes. You gave them full access immediately. So there you go. That's another one. Slow and steady wins the race. And what I tell y'all all the time, clink, clink, close them legs, open your eyes, open your ears. Don't give them nothing until you're in a relationship. Or if you even more spiritually woke, you can wait until you get married. It's going to come. But right now in the dating phase, you just need information. It's an interview. You just need information. Who are you? What you about? What's your life like? Do you breathe funny? Do you got an attitude problem? How many kids you got? You want to see, you want to hear. It's information. Dating phase. Information. And you going on dates. You're seeing how they interact with other people. You're seeing how they show up. Do they open the door? Are they a gentleman? Do they got manners? Are they respectful? Are they kind? the order take forever to get to the table? Are they about to pop off, snap? What the? And it's like, oh, you got a temper now. Okay, all right, all right. Are they cheap? All of it. Are they constantly on their phone on the date? Are they hiding their phone? Look, I had one dude on a date. He was like, I'll be right back. And I said, okay. And I saw him get his phone and he was on the phone, And then he comes back and he was like, so yeah, it was really nice seeing you and stuff, but I gotta run. I gotta run right now. And I'm like, why you gotta go? I said, was it because your girlfriend told you have to leave? No, that ain't it. I'm gonna hit you up later. Got me messed up. I found out the man was married, y'all. I found out the man was married. So didn't I tell y'all? See, this is what happens when folks be dating somebody spiritually tapped in. I already knew that was his woman on the line telling him to get his ass back to the house. And so I did my research and found out the man was married. I saw the pictures on the Facebook of him and his wife. I found it on the back end. I'm a Scorpio rising, so I know how to find information. I do be doing background searches. So yeah, you got the wrong one, buddy. Now imagine if I would have been like, okay, no problem. We'll just catch up next time. And we up here at the restaurant. And then his wife pull up and it be one of them episode off of Cheaters. What the hell you got going on here? Who is this bitch? It'd be a whole episode off of Cheater. Who is this bitch? And I be like, let me get my purse. Let me get my purse. Get the hell out of Dodge. Let me get my purse and get up out of here and block. As I walk into my car, it's a block. And God, love and light. Love and light. Y'all, I got some stories for days, but I'm going to save it for my members, though. I got some dating stories. I don't know if y'all care, but I think some of y'all be wanting to hear my dating stories. So I'm going to tell you, look, my members, I'm going to tell y'all about that dating story because that was just, woo, boy. And I'm going to tell you about the worst date ever. Now, that's golden, and I've told that on the regular page. That was a hot mess. I literally walked out of that mug. I walked right out that restaurant. Out back saw me walking straight out the door. Sure did. So, red flags. That's my point. Red flags. Red flags, y'all. Don't ignore them. That's all you got to really think about TMKC. It's just like being more open and receptive to just trying. And when you go into dating and you treat it kind of like no expectations, you're just having fun, then you're just having fun. You don't say, oh, I'm going on this date and I'm going to find my husband. No, you say, I'm going on this date and let's see if he's going to win the race. Let the best man win. Because I am the prize. We'll see who is the best man because you're not the only one I'm dating. You don't know that, but I'm dating John, Michael, Rashad. I'm dating them all. Yup, I'm single. I'm not sleeping with none of them. I'm just interview. Let the best man win. Now, that's when I was really dating. But right now, I'm at the house talking to y'all. But when I was dating, I was going on dates. Multiple dates in a week. Sure was. And having a ball. But getting frustrated when I would waste an outfit on somebody that I was just like, girl, And as soon as I got home, y'all, ladies, y'all know what it's like. Girl, let me tell you. Hot mess. How'd your date, girl? How'd your date go? Girl, let me tell you. Wasted a whole damn outfit. That's what I'm mad about. I got all cute. Got put a little curl in my hair. You know what I'm saying? Put a little curl. Put a little makeup on. And you coming into the restaurant looking broke, busted, and disgusted. Really? So that's when I switched it up. I started telling guys, instead of going to like restaurants first dates, let's just do coffee dates. And I would do it like after work. So it would be like I'm already dressed for work and I would just meet you. And it would be like a meet because I was dating people online and stuff and all that stuff. I was like, we'll just meet at a coffee shop or we'll just meet casually at this and that or whatever. And I've done several of those coffee dates and I'm so happy I did those because a couple of them fools didn't get a second date. A few of them did. And one of them, in fact, was so infatuated like about me. He was like this. And I'm like, close your mouth. You hungry? You want something to eat? And I'm just like, okay. All right. So it went from a coffee date to we having a whole brunch, Sunday brunch. And the dude didn't want me to leave. And I'm just like, we've been on this date for about 2 or 3 hours. Yeah, okay, yeah. So by date number 3, maybe 4, he was trying to send me on a cruise with him because he knows I like to go on cruises. So he was all like, there's this cruise coming up and I want to see if you want to come with me. And I'm like, stranger danger, sir. Stranger danger. I don't know you like that, bruh. Cruise? You may chop me up in the stateroom. You may chop me up and throw me overboard for the sharks. I don't know you. Just chop it up and then dump me in there for Jaws to have lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I don't know you like that. But yeah, he was like this the first date at the coffee shop. You could just tell he was just so into it. I'm like, when was the last time you had, I really want to say, when was the last time you had a woman or you seen a woman or like, what's up with you? Like, what's happening? And it was like everything I was saying, he was just holding on to every word. You can just tell he was just. And I'm just like, get me out of here. I'm an Aquarius. Get me out of here. It's too lovey-dovey. It's too much. It's too much. Back up. Back up, bro. Back up. Back up. And he up here. I'm like, oh my gosh. Cooties. Y'all, and then I had this one dude. Okay, I'm gonna just this last thing. Then I had this one dude gonna take me to the Applebee's, y'all. Take me to the Applebee's. I went to the Applebee's. Look, there ain't no wrong with the Applebee's. We went to the Applebee's. With Love Hills, like, she was dead. We went to the Applebee's, y'all. And all he wanted to talk about was himself. And then he wanted to go in to tell me all this stuff about all these different women back when he played soccer professionally, about all these different women that he had a fun time with. And you know me, the petty Aquarius in me said, oh, really? So what was it like? Was it great? Was it good? That was the last date. Block. And he was like, yeah, it was great. You know, there was this one girl. And I'm just like, are you for real right now, dude? You're on a date with another woman and you up here talking about your sexual encounters with all these different women that you slept with when you were a professional soccer player. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Y'all, I'm so tired of folks. That's why I'm on here with y'all because folks be getting on my nerves. But that was crazy. That was wild. And Then the dude found me after I blocked him. This dude found me on social media. Yeah, I know you probably blocked me, but I really liked you. I thought we had a really good connection. Like he wrote me a whole paragraph. I thought we had a really good connection. Da 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 da. Um, I don't know why you would block me like that. Please, this is my number. Please give me a call. Block, and then I block that. Block. Weirdo. Weird. Weird. TMKC. Weird. Weirdo. I said, sir, come on now. Do you think that's going to make me want you? Absolutely not. I'm going to just resent you. Oh my gosh. Absolutely not. I had a couple of them like that. I had another one that found me also. I had about 3 or 4 of them do that. Now the other 3, we had a few dates. We were a few dates in, but for the first date, for you to be like finding me on social, like, dude, you doing the most. The other ones, we had a little history. Okay, we had a little history, so I can understand why they would want to find me after I block them. Yep, because I block. I don't play. When I'm done with you, I block you. What you? Why do you need to have access to me? I'm done. You're done. I'm done. Block. That's it. And it works out better that way for us all. Because when I'm ready to find somebody that's serious about me, I don't need interference. I don't need you hitting up my line. And I'm up here talking to somebody that's actually important, and you up here hitting up my line, and you were interference. You cock blocking. You cock blocking. So at that point, block. Absolutely not. Some of y'all be like, yeah, but we can still be friends. Girl, absolutely not. Block. Interference, cock blocking. And they're going to keep reaching out. They're going to try it. Especially, ladies, especially if some of y'all was being fast and put it down. Late night creeps. They're going to be hitting it up. Hitting it up. Hitting it up. Late night creeps. And y'all, look, this is y'all. This is like at 1 o'clock in the morning. Hello? Yeah, Mika, what up? What up? Who is this? Hey, this Tony. Tony, we haven't talked in a while, but what you doing? Sleep? You know what I'm saying? Sleep? What you mean? What am I doing? Sleep? Well, y'all just seen what you was doing. I just left the club. They love to call you after the club when they didn't get nobody in the club. Now they trying to hit up your line. So I'm trying to see what you doing. If you want to come over or something, or if I can come swoop through to your house. Block. Man, come on now. Come on now. I had a dude try it one time. I said, you got me. But man, woo, I done had all kind of pics sent to me. I'm not going to say the D word pics. I had the little late night creeps trying to call me. I said, absolutely not. Look at me, y'all. Look at me. Look at me. Do I look like that chick? What do I look like? TMKC said his name is Tony. And I was just doing your reading. I'm still on your reading technically. Yeah, this is Tony. So how you been, TMKC? What you doing? Okay, all right. So can I come over? I just want to talk. I just want to talk. Can I come over? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because when they get that hand and they touch that thigh, TMKC, or they go, they start touching. TMKC. TMKC, you went from this to this to this. They know how to get you every time. Hey, I already know. That's why absolutely not block. That's my point. So you don't be having no temptations. You said kept on calling back every hour to try to make sure I was working. I had to. Okay. Yeah. That's a mess, calling every hour. That's a shame. That's a shame. All right, we're going to do some more questions, y'all. But yeah, true story, y'all. These folks. I've been in the dating game for some years. It's something. Luke says, your dedication is so admirable, but there is a place it can be invested in that yields true spiritual reward. Christ has a beautiful plan for you. I agree. I agree. And guess what? I have a relationship with Christ. I'm actually a Christian, which you don't know, Luke. Thank you for the $4.99, but I am. I am a Christian. What I do is I use my spiritual gifts to be able to help people. So I'm doing things to help other people and to motivate them. And it's kind of like a form of therapy and support, but also guidance and things like that. And I know you're going to say, well, it's divination tools, blah, 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 and all that stuff. But that helps me being able to guide and tap more into my gift. So, but yeah, thank you for your feedback and your kind words. But I know that. I know that, boo. I know that, Luke. And that's the thing, like people who are, it's not an idol. That's the thing. It's not an idol. It's a divination tool. It's a tool. Just like, for example, if you were to look at like the cross, you know what I'm saying, or candles, or it's something that people use to kind of for symbolism of something. But it's a little bit deeper than that. And so it's a connection, and in all religions and all walks of life, there's always a source. We go to the same source. And so with people that have spiritual gifts, whether if they're mediums, psychics, heightened energy readers, I'm an energy reader. So really, I'm not putting any spells. I'm not trying to manipulate anybody's energy. All I'm doing is reading energy, Luke. So literally, if I walk into a room, I can feel energy. I can feel on a deeper level what someone's going through. And we all move with energy. It's quantum physics. And it's really a science. That's kind of the best way I can describe it. But people who have spiritual gifts, even pastors and priests and other people of different spiritual walks of life that are spiritually gifted and tapped in, are able to see and experience things on a heightened level. And the source is always God, no matter what type of religion or spiritual walk you have. But we have the different type of religions that have sets of rules. And for me, as a Christian, and even most people that cast spells, which I don't do spell work, but I was having a conversation with a client on a video call the other day, and we were talking about how, she's tapping into her spirituality. And I said, if you want to really like start to manifest powerfully, go to the book of Psalms, because the book of Psalms is a book of spells. A lot of people go to the book of Psalms to cast spells and to pray over, their home, to try to get things, manifest things in their life. So it's kind of like, it's a very powerful tool, the Bible. So I'm not going to argue with you, Luke. You either like it or you don't, and then you just click off. But I'm just letting you know that I kind of don't like the fact that people try to speak on stuff they don't understand. And they go based on what they believe versus try to seek for understanding. And I think if we as a people would kind of like really do our research and understand things on a different level and see that some people are actually doing the work of the Lord and trying to heal and help people to get to a better space, then you'll see that it's really not a negative thing. But I'm not going to argue with you, because you're going to believe what you want to believe. But what you say? You said what? Give time to pray about it. Pray about what? Okay, Luke. Have a good night, Luke. Have a good night, Luke. I'm not gonna argue with you, boo. I'm not gonna argue with you. I say what I gotta say. I think if you would understand what I'm saying, you'll see that it's not an evil thing. It's different if I'm doing spell work. Now that is really bad. Like, that is not good. That's not the work of the Lord. That's the work of the devil. And I don't do that. I just read energy. And it's a form of therapy, to be honest. A lot of people come to tarot readers to kind of get some deeper understanding that maybe even a therapist couldn't tell them, because it's energy that we read and we have a gift. Just like if somebody were to go to a medium to connect with the dead. These are people that have abilities to connect and tap into things that most other people cannot do. Just like if I were a singer, I was telling a client, if I was a singer, I can't sing. I can't sing. So it's not a gift that I was born with, but some people have that ability to do that. And what do people do? Some people use it to their benefit and they entertain people with their singing. And so for me, because I have a spiritual gift to connect with energy and tap into that, why not use it to help heal people and support people and uplift the collective? And that's why I'm here. So if you're still listening, Luke, thank you for the $4.99. I get your point, but it's not gonna make me stop doing what I'm doing. But I understand what you're saying. It's just you're not making sense. Okay, you're not making sense. All right, moving on. All right, so let's go to I don't know how to say that name. Is it Billa? Is it Billa? Billa Makosa 2582. You're asked with all these hearts, girl. I done seen you. You've been here for a little while. I got you. You want to know, will the Sagittarius in your life commit to you? All right. All right. Billa Makosa 2582. Tell me about her person, the Sagittarius. Will the Sagittarius commit to Billa Makosa 2582? Does the Sagittarius want to commit to her? We have the Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Swords in the reverse. Okay. So I feel like this person's trying to avoid drama between you two. That's the best way I can describe it. I don't know what kind of stuff has happened when it comes to this relationship, but it seems like there's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know if it's with you or let me get some more clarity on this. What is this Queen of Pentacles? Okay, so I'm trying to find the words to kind of say it. It's like they're trying to keep the peace. That's the word. They're trying to keep the peace with you, but it's like they're not really feeling like they can reach that resolution of peace with you. I don't know if you guys have been through a lot of fighting, arguing, disagreements, tension, drama. And this is someone who hates drama. They don't want to deal with whatever you guys got going through. So instead of like confronting it and trying to work through the issues or the drama, they're just kind of like running and fleeting. That's what I feel like is happening. So they know they need to heal. They would love for things to get to a better place. But I feel like at the same time, for whatever reason, your Sagittarius feels like it's just a lot to heal things with you. Yeah, it's just a lot. So I don't think they're at the level, Billa Makosa, to give you a solid offer. So let me know if that resonates. And they may have said some things like, I just want peace. I don't want the drama. Something like that. You said thank you. Okay. I don't know what that's about. You're not telling me anything, so I don't know. All right. We're going to keep going. All right. Here we go. We're going to pick somebody else. Let's go with When Love Heals. When Love Heals wants to know, should I start a business this year with my new calling you've been led to? Okay, so you're trying to do something new. All right. All right, so When Love Heals, 1111. Spirit, you're welcome. Should When Love Heals start her new business this year with that new calling that she's being led to? Should she start a business? We have the Empress and the Nine of Swords. You have so many fears surrounding this. So I think there's something significant about needing to like have people support you, or you may need to collaborate with others to get this work through or work out the kinks. So I don't know what is holding you back or what this fear you have, but it's like a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety. And I think it's because you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself for it to be successful. Yeah, it's like you got a lot of challenges. That make you feel like it won't be successful. So I would say don't be scared to reach out to other people that can help you navigate through the business plan, the kinks, because before you create a business, you got to know the ins and outs of business, and you have to make sure you have everything worked out before you launched and you get everything situated. I think that'll set you at ease. And also fears and confidence issues. So that's also holding you back. So I think there has to be something about the business aspect and making sure everything is worked out first to really make it a successful business before you actually do this thing. Otherwise, I think you're going to be really disappointed, because I can tell you're somebody that really puts a lot of pressure on yourself, especially when it's something you're very passionate about. So I would just kind of take your time. And if I were you, I would take my time and just make sure you know the ins and outs. And I would look at other people who run a similar type of business that are successful and look at that for inspiration and kind of like do what's working in that niche and kind of create your own spin on it to make it a little bit more of an edge. And I hope that helps a little bit. Good luck to you. It's Reiki healing, your PM by day, and this is new to you. Okay. So yeah, to look at other Reiki healers that have successful Reiki healing businesses and really look at what are they doing that makes it successful. And with any business idea, you got to be solid on the business aspect. And that includes knowing how to market properly, having a good website. If you're going to have a particular office space or building and all that kind of stuff, making sure you got that set up. Also, funding. Are you going to get grants? Are you going to pay out of pocket? Are you going to get a loan? Loan is risk, because if it flops, you're out of money. You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't put too much money out into something that you're not scared to lose. You got to look at business like a casino. So it's like it can either hit or it can flop. And you don't want to put a risk in something that you're getting loans for and it flops. So always kind of move gradually. If I were you, since it's Reiki, what I would do is really see what all that would entail. Because I don't know the Reiki business all the way through. And I know most people that do it, some of them do like events at certain venues and things. That may be a good starting point versus having your own facility, putting all that money into that and then it flops. But the good thing is we have social media. We have so many other ways where we can market our businesses for free. We have AI, where you have AI assistants now that can do stuff, and all that. But for example, my business with this, I'm old school. I just do it myself. I do everything myself. But if it gets really big, I'm probably going to need a little bit of help. But the good thing about what I do, it's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of risk put into it. It's not a lot of risk. So, you just got to plan and map it out. Okay. So we'll go to the next person. I hope that helps. Thank you for supporting the channel. All right, let's see. We'll get a couple more. Well, Love Hill says, that makes sense. Appreciate this. So much to consider. Thank you, Mickey. Yeah, it's a lot. To launch a business and to get started, it's a lot. And that's what I think you need is just clarity and an understanding. So I think with the 3 of Cups and talking about collaborating with others, I think it's just educating yourself on what a successful Reiki business looks like, how it starts, and not putting that big risk out there. You never want to start a business with a huge risk. That's not good. All right, they have to be yes or no questions, y'all. Yes or no questions. All right. All right, Phoenix Diamond Media. Phoenix Diamond Media. You want to know, should you go forward with your business at this time? All right. Spirit, tell me a little bit about Phoenix Diamond Media. Should she go forward with her business at this time? We have the Fool and the Page of Cups. Yes. I think that there is a lot of opportunity for you to create things that are going to be very good for you. And you may regret it if you don't go for it. Yeah. So you need to kind of literally like go for it. That's all I'm saying. You literally can just go for it. Phoenix Diamond Media. And I think you're holding yourself back. You're creating your own obstacles because of fear. But you know, like I was just kind of telling, when love heals, there's always the risk factor. So just make sure you dot your I's, cross your T's, so you're not putting yourself in a predicament. All right. Good luck. All right. We're going to do one more because my computer's about to die, y'all. Okay. You said, thank you, Mika. Before you told me to do more research and I did. That's good. So now it's saying you should do it. And do you feel confident about it? If you do, go for it. For sure. Oh, I love you too. I love you too. Now it's a Page of Cups. So that I feel like it's still kind of new. It's still, so gradual. Evelyn says, Mika, this fool got his karmic pregnant. I can't take him back. He did too much, played with me, my time, my heart, moving forward with him without him. Oh, I'm sorry, Evelyn. Well, you dodged a bullet. You know what I'm saying? He's trash. So send him out to the streets and let him be trash. He's going to reap what he sows. I wouldn't even be stressed about that, boo. But hopefully, you're not married to him. Hopefully you don't have anything invested in the relationship that's huge where you can just kind of cut that, tie and walk away for your peace. All right, Phoenix, you say, yes, I'm ready for this new start and going to put in work. Awesome. Very good. Let me know how it works out for you. All right, Kiki. She flooded my timeline. I got you, Kiki. Kiki wants to know, will my childhood friend and I be in a committed relationship? Okay. Spirit, tell me about Kiki and her childhood friend. Will Kiki's and her childhood friend be in a committed relationship, Spirit? We have 6 of Cups and 4 of Swords. I think there's a deep consideration for this because you guys have history. But to be honest, like, even if he was interested in you like that, it's almost like he's losing interest, gradually losing interest. So you're more of a friend, I would feel, but he wouldn't turn down friends with benefits, I feel, but that's about it. I don't think he would want anything that's serious. That's not what I'm getting. But he's thought about, yeah. He's thought about how kind and nurturing you are and all that kind of stuff and how you would probably make a good relationship. But tell me, what is his blockage though? Why not? Okay. The Emperor and the Page of Swords in reverse. because he's lying to you. He's going to tell you everything you want to hear. He's really good with his words, I feel, but he's not really trying to do anything serious. I don't know if he's told you some things or flirted with you or said some stuff, but he just doesn't really want to be in a connection like that with you. He would just kind of, yeah, he feels like, yeah, like, I don't know how to describe it. Kind of like, I like her, but maybe not like that kind of deal. But I'll flirt with her. I'll tell her stuff because I'm cool with her and she's a cool chick, but not like that. Okay. And that's one thing I would say to a lot of ladies too. When you're talking to a guy, no matter if you have history with them or what have you, a guy that's very serious about you is going to pursue you. Like there's not going to be no if, ands, or questions about it. They're going to be very serious about you. Um, I think sometimes us ladies, we may misread cues of flirting and a guy saying stuff to us with that they want to really settle down with us. But I always tell people, like, look at their actions. Guys that are really serious are going to get on your nerves. They're going to be riding your coattail. They're going to want to drink your bath water. They're going to trip over themselves trying to open your door. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to go above and beyond to try to impress you and make you know that they are really into you. Those are the guys that's really serious about you. The ones that you feel like you're begging to call you, the ones you feel like you're begging to text, the ones you feel like never want to take you on dates or never want to ask you out, or they'll say, "Yeah, we can do this," da, 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 and then they ghost. They don't want you. They're wasting your. Those are time wasters. They're just keeping you as a place filler while behind the scenes they're dating and talking to other people. You're just somebody at the time that they can just entertain for the time being in most cases, until they find their next. And then this is why those men end up cheating, ghosting, leaving, or start treating you very poorly. Because unlike women, we just cut men off we don't want in most cases. Men don't do like that. A lot of men will keep a woman around because men can't be alone. Most men, think about the older men in your life, like your uncles, your brother, people that's older. Most men in your family have somebody. They have some type of feminine energy surrounding them, whether it be their mama, their sister, some woman. But how many elder women you know in your family who are absolutely alone? Like they live by themselves. They don't have to have a man up under them. They're not dependent on a man. You see what I'm saying? And that's because men can't be alone. So with that, what I'm trying to say is even even if you know a man is wanting to stay with you, if he really isn't serious about you, he's not going to commit to you. He's not going to ask you to be in a relationship. You'll be in a situationship forever. You'll be married to a loveless person or someone that's like constantly cheating, lying, deceiving. Or you'll be in a boyfriend girlfriend phase forever because they don't want you, but they don't want to be alone because men can't be alone. It's hard for a man to be alone, very hard. And that's facts. Even men that are single, they're probably up underneath their mama or their sister. They up under some type of feminine energy or some girl that they just hitting up or whatever. You know, it's the truth. Some men can, but it's very rare. So that's why you have to be careful, ladies, because men are built different than women. And once you understand masculine energy fully and understand feminine energy and you know how they're completely different and how they operate, then I think there's going to be a big epiphany for a lot of you ladies to realize you are the gatekeeper and you're the one that get to choose if they have access to you. You know, a man is always going to ask your permission for everything. Can I take you on a date? Can you be my girlfriend? Can I sleep with you? Like, you are the gate. You have so much power, and you determine if they have access. But you guys give your power away and let these men treat you any kind of way. When really, ladies, you are the gatekeeper. You get to choose. And the men have to ask permission for you. So you're in a very powerful role. Why? Because feminine energy, I hate to say it, fellas, don't cuss me out, but a lot of times women have better discernment than men. And most men will go to their wives or go to women for advice and discernment because a lot of men don't have good discernment. They know they make dumb decisions sometimes, and they be like, so what do? They hit up their mama, they hit up their sister, they hit up their girl. What should I do? And then some woman bails them out of some mess because a lot of men are very reckless. They do a lot of crazy stuff. And it's not until they become more mature and more aware that they need to just like think it through. But most men don't operate like that. So women, we have to hold these men accountable. Fellas, same thing with you. Like, if you're a very kind, generous guy and a woman is treating you badly, she doesn't deserve to be with you. You have to put that boundary down and say, listen, like, I'm doing all this stuff for you. I'm showing up for you. I'm being a real man and making you feel like a queen, and you're disrespecting me, And so you got to go. And that's so important. And a lot of us miss that. But that's why y'all need to book a session with me, BigandDivineSpiritualGuidance.com. Y'all need to book sessions with me so we can work through your personal stories and situations and whatever you're going through. I highly recommend video calls because literally when I do video calls with clients, we talk about all kind of stuff, multiple topics, and my video calls are 60 minutes long, and you can ask as many questions as you would like. And I don't talk. I just be listening to what you're saying, and then I read whatever questions you have. Or if it's just a life coaching session, we talk about that. So yeah, check it out. BigandDivineSpiritualGuidance.com is my website. Link is in the description box below. All right, I think we'll get one more question, y'all, and I need to go to bed. All right, Jewel. Jewel says, after me and GLOS last encounter, do I see you still being cool? Okay. Okay, let's see. Spirit, tell me about G and Jewel. So after their last encounter, will G and Jewel still be in good spirits or still be fine? We have the Three of Pentacles, excuse me, and the Empress in the reverse. You guys can't get on the same page. You guys constantly bicker and argue about what you want versus what he wants. And I feel like there's something very significant about, selfishness when love should be selfless. So the answer is no. I think there's some illumination about the risk that's involved between you two. that just can't be resolved unless you guys get on the same page. Like one person saying, I need you to give more, do more, and the other person saying, well, but I am, or something like that. It's lack of cooperation and support. That's what I feel it is. Let me know if it resonates, Jewel. And I think I'm going to say this, and I want you to really be honest with yourself, Jewel. How long has it been like this? If it feels like this is going to be an ongoing issue, then you guys just can never get on the same page. And that may be a sign that you guys are just not a match, I think you have to really look at relationships as honest and open communications between both parties. I hear you, and I'm going to do what I can to meet you halfway on what you need. And I'm going to hear what you need, and I'm going to meet you halfway on what you need. And you both come together on meeting each other in the middle. But if it's only one person that's saying, this is what I need, and the other person is saying, yeah, but this is what I need. And then you're like, okay, I'll be willing to, I'll do it. And then it's constantly you doing. I know it is. You said this is how it was though. I know. It's like I'm psychic or something. That's why I'm trying to get you to see. My point is you can't be in a relationship like that because love is a selfless act. So what needs to happen for this to work is both parties have to be willing to work together and be willing to meet each other in the middle. And what's happening is one person is overcompensating to try to keep the other one happy, and you're going to end up draining yourself because you're trying to force somebody to change when they don't want to. You can lead a man to what you want them to become, but until they want to become that, then it has no value. It has no meaning. And you can never force another human being to be anything. All you can do is say, this is how I feel. That's all you can say. This is how I feel. They need to hear that, and they need to say, okay, well, I'm willing to do this to kind of help. And then you ask them, well, what issues do you have with me? And hear them and understand their feelings. You may not feel the same way. You may not feel the same way, but you're going to hear them and you're going to say, okay, well, this is what I'm willing to do halfway. But guess what? We both putting in work. We both meet in the middle. If not, y'all going to go like this. And there is no relationship. When you constantly going like this because my point, and we're not putting in work to work together, there is no relationship. A healthy person is going to say, babe, okay, I hear you. Let me see what I can do to help. Especially a man, a real man. A real man is going to say, okay, I can see you hurting. Okay, baby, let me try to do this. That's what a real man does. A real man not going to make excuses. A real man not going to sit up here and just say, well, but how I feel is, that's childish. That's selfish. And that's what I'm picking up. And I don't know who this is. And then there may be a part of you, Jewel, that say, okay, all right, never mind. But you're not getting fed. You're not feeling heard and loved. And that's not fair. So it's so important that when you're dealing with high strong situations and conflict, because it's always going to happen in a relationship. Conflict's always going to happen. both you and your partner need to know how to communicate in a healthy way. And if that never happens, then that person wasn't meant for you. And there's so many relationships that fail because of the main points. It's either finances, they can't get on the same page with finances. They can't get on the same page with healthy conversations and communicating and hearing each other, because folks want to just move on their own agendas and being selfish. Another one is helping out around the house. Like one person is doing most of the stuff around the house, paying the bills or doing stuff around the house, and they don't feel supported by their partner. So all of those things are important. Also children, that's a big one. You know, that's a whole nother level of responsibility. Because sometimes a person gets fed up with always having to be the one to take care of the kids and do this and do that. And that's what teamwork is. It's two people coming together and saying, okay, I'll do this, you do that. Team. You want me to do this? Okay, I'll do that. Communication. Because without the communication, the relationship dies. And that's what I'm talking about for the idiots that was on my shorts talking about transaction. That's what I mean by transactional. I do a little bit, you do a little bit. We both getting fed. If you're dealing with somebody that's not doing nothing or they're resisting, you're being beaten down to the ground. And when you're being beaten down to the ground, what's the point of being in a relationship? There is no transaction. It's just you doing everything. What's the point? You're not getting anything out of the experience. You're not getting help. You're not getting support. You're getting a headache. You probably losing money. Your health is probably affected. Your blood pressure rising. And then on top of that, that person's not helping out because they don't really want to be with you. So then they off cheating. And then you find out they cheating and they doing this and they doing that. So all of that is so, so important when you're talking about relationships early on. When you're learning a person, you got to ask the tough questions. How do you feel about kids? How do you feel about finances? Do you believe in gender roles? You know, if we were to be together, what would that look like? Exactly. Work is teamwork. So you got to see where their mind is and kind of get a good idea and perspective about what do they, you know, how would this person fit into my life on a deeper level? All right. I'm going to stop the reading right here, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming to the live. I really appreciate it. As promised, I will go ahead and timestamp the mods reading. So all the mods that did submit questions, you guys are good. I'm going to have all that stuff available to you. And for everybody else that didn't get a chance to get a question read today, unfortunately, I've been on the live long enough. Your girl got to get some shut eye. But this is the link right here, MikaDivineSpiritualGuidance.com, if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me. Thank you guys so much for coming. You guys have a